Hello, let's start with Java. So basically, I'll start with introduction to Java. What is Java and what is all this used for? So basically, Java in nowadays it is the most widely used programming language. So it is you can see means it is using every field. So why it is so popular? So the answer is actually it is popular for its bytecode magic. So what is bytecode actually? So in the previous programming languages like C or C++, these are also popular language. But what is the problem with that? The main problem is that whenever their compiler compile a programming language, it generates a executable code. Okay, and then the interpreter interprets this executable code and give us the output. So now we have some problem. We have some operating system like Linux, Windows, Mac, and all those. So what the problem was, if you code in Windows, you cannot run it in Linux or Mac. Okay, so it was not platform independent. What do you mean by platform? There's operating systems, different operating system like Windows, Mac, Linux. These are different platforms. So you cannot run those programs in different platforms. So Java overcomes this problem. What it does is actually, so there is Java compiler. So this is Java compiler. Okay. Now there is one more thing, that is Java interpreter. So what is the difference between this? Java compiler takes the input, uh, thus it takes your source code as an input and it will generate the bytecode. And Java interpreter executes this bytecode and give you the output. So now this Java compiler, okay, this is actually called Java C. The compiler is called Java C. So this Java compiler will compile your source code and generate a bytecode. Okay, so it will give you the bytecode. Okay, now this bytecode, it is not executable, but it is the input of Java interpreter, right? So now what is the flow? Now Java compiler compiles your source code, generate bytes code, and this byte code Java interpreter will accept this byte code and will give you the output. Now the magic is that this byte code can be run in any platform where this Java interpreter is installed. So in Java, there are different kinds of means as per the platform, different JDK like a Java Development Kit. This is available. So during the installation only, it takes care everything like the platform dependency and all. So once bytecode is generated, you can run it at any platform, whether it is Mac, is Windows, or everywhere. So that is why the Java is very much popular nowadays. That is the main reason. Okay. So how it works, we'll see it later. Once we install Java and run the program, we'll see it. Okay. So see, so basically Java is an object oriented programming language, but it is not fully object oriented programming language. Why? That you cannot understand now, we'll see it later. But I can tell you, like, what is a object oriented programming language. So there are certain principles of an object oriented programming language. These are the three. These are main, like encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Now what is encapsulation? As its name stands for, like, encapsulation is it is used for, like, what I will say, it is kind of wrapping up your data. Okay, the data with which you are working. So it is like a protector. You the code is safe, the data you are using is safe. So there are certain access modifier, there are certain process, like class, you can define a class, we'll see it later. So by using that you can wrap up all those essential things into one single bind, right? So your data is protected by that. Okay, and like we have different access modifier like public, private, protected, so we'll see it later. But this is the principle, that you don't need to worry about how you manipulate your data, how it is protected from the different system, how you like it is how you wrapping up all those things. So that is the feature of the Java. You will not understand it completely now, we'll see it later. Okay, the next is inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is inherit something, right? So suppose, for example, there are few features which are already coded, which is already available, right? So I just want to reuse that code in some another place. So I don't need to code it re again. I don't need to, sorry, I don't need to create those code again. I can reuse it. That reusability, that is the feature of inheritance. So we'll see it later. Like in one class you have some methods or some variables, so and that you can use in some different method as well, or different, sorry, in different class as well. So you can simply inherit that class and you can use that variable and method. So that is inheritance. Now the next is polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism, you can see, sorry, you can say, uh, one interface, okay, and multiple jobs are done. Basically you are uh, like, I for example, you are building one method, means one function that will calculate any geographical structure. Okay, now that is one single method. Now you can calculate a area of circle, rectangle, and many more of any geographical figure. Sorry, geometrical figure. Sorry. So uh, to achieve that, okay, to achieve that, what we can do, we can use polymorphism. So you will create one method, you will build one method, and that will be your interface. That will be your one single entity, and using that you can calculate the area of any geometrical figure. So that is polymorphism. Okay. Those who have no idea in programming language or in C++ basically, you will not understand now, but gradually when we'll increase for further studies, like we'll see class and all those things, you will get into it. Okay. So now first of all, how to download and install Java. Okay. So for that you can go to Google, and you can write JDK8 download, right? You will get this first link. Okay, so just open it, and what you will see here, see Java AC Development Kit version 8, and now here you have different platforms like Windows. Mine is Windows 10 64-bit, so I'll click on this .exe, and as I have already downloaded, so you just click on it and download it, and then it is a .exe file, so just double click on it and it will be get installed. Okay, so how we'll find out that whether Java is installed or not? Okay, so you go to command prompt and just type Java, right? Also you can use like Java and then hyphen and version. So Java hyphen version, so it will give you the Java version. This is the Java version. Okay, now there are two things I would like to introduce to you. There is one thing, JDK and JRE, right? So what is JDK and what is JRE? JDK is Java Development Kit. Okay, in JDK, both the compiler and the interpreter, both are combined. Okay, so here, like, see, this is the Java compiler and this is the Java interpreter. Okay, now to run a Java program, you want Java runtime environment, that is JRE, to run a Java program, right? To understand you better, like JRE, what is JRE? It is basically the Java virtual machine where your Java programs run on, right? It also includes browser plugins for applet execution. Now what is JDK? It's full featured software development kit of Java, including JRE, okay, and the compilers and tools like Javadoc, Java Debugger to create and compile programs. So basically, Java runtime environment, it is used to run your bytecode, and JDK, it includes the compiler as well to compile your code. Correct? So suppose in you have two laptops. One is Windows and one is Linux. Now in Windows you have JDK, that is compiler, and your JRE, both. So you are writing a program in Windows and you are compiling this program and you are generating bytecode, right? But in your Linux or whatever, in your Linux system, only JRE is installed. So in that system, you cannot write a code and compile and generate the bytecode. Only you can take this bytecode generated from Windows and you can run it. So JRE basically runs your program and JDK comes with JRE plus compiler. So you can write a code, compile and run. Both you can do. So that is the main difference, right? So now we'll just um, create a sample program and we'll try to run it from the command prompt. So how to do that? So go to your, just anywhere you can go, that is not a problem. Let's say here your one text document. So suppose hello world, right? Now class hello world, static void main println. So yes, sorry, the connection was lost. I wrote something, right? Okay, I'll do. Okay, let it be. So yeah, so I wrote this program. This program I'll explain you later. So now what you have to do is go to file, then save as. Okay, now that's desktop. Now here select all files and hello world dot java, right, and save it. I had already created it, so that's why. So I am just replacing it. Okay, so now it is saved. So now if you see, this is your Java program. See, if you see the property Java file, right? Now what you have to do, go to properties and see the location. So here you have to, in command prompt, you have to go to same location. See, desktop, right? Now what you have to do, you have to compile the code. Now what is your compiler? It is Java C, as I told you. So Java C, then space, then your file name is hello world dot java. Now enter. Okay, so the compilation is done. So after compilation, it will generate a bytecode, right? What is that bytecode? This is your bytecode. If you see the properties, see, this is dot class file. That is the extension of the bytecode. So it takes a Java file and it generates a class file. Now you can take this class file to any environment where JRE is installed, right? And the JRE will able to run this program, right? So to run this program, what I have to do, the interpreter name is Java. So Java and then hello world, only hello world, not dot Java, remember. So hello world is printed, right? So by that way you can execute a program, a Java program. Understood? Sometimes if you might get one error when you give the this Java C hello world dot Java, right? If you enter, you might get one error that Java C is not recognized as a command, valid command. Then what you have to do, go to edit the system environment variables, right? Then here there will be a variable called path, right? Now click on this edit. It will give you some already configured path. What you have to do, you have to give the bin directory location of your JDK, right? So you can go to like C program files, then Java, JDK and bin, and you can just copy this path and you can click on new and paste it here, right? So that's all. Then okay, okay, okay. And then if your command prompt is open, you have to exit it, and then again you have to open it and try. So by that way you can run a program, Java program, right? So next we will see into class. Okay, class and what are the variables, and then what are the statements, like control statements are there, like if loop, for loop, and all those basic things we will see. So for now, thank you.